Imagine waking up one morning, and everything looks exactly the same. Your house, your street, your city. But your wife insists she's never met you. Your workplace doesn't exist. And your ID shows a number that no government can trace. That's what happened to a man in 2008. A man who woke up in a world almost identical to his own. Except it wasn't. This is the story of Lorena Garcia, the man from the parallel world.
In July 2008, a 41-year-old man named Garcia woke up in his apartment in Madrid, Spain. Everything looked normal. Same bed, same apartment, same routine. He showered, dressed, and drove to work, something he'd done for the past 10 years. But when he arrived, the company's nameplate was different. Inside, no one recognized him.
I've worked here for years.
The manager shook his head.
Sir, we've never had anyone by that name.
Confused, Garcia called his office contacts, numbers still saved in his phone, but half of them didn't exist. The rest belonged to strangers. Thinking it was stress, he went home early. But when he reached his apartment door, his key didn't fit. A woman opened the door. A stranger. Behind her, Garcia could see his furniture, his photos, his cat. Who are you? But according to property records, the apartment had belonged to her for 5 years. Garcia tried to call his girlfriend of 6 months, Clara. She answered, but her tone was cold. Garcia. I told you never to call me again. They had never fought. On her social media, Garcia saw something that made his stomach drop. She was still dating her ex-boyfriend, a man she'd broken up with a year ago. It was as if time had reversed, or he'd stepped into a world where his past had taken a slightly different path.
Hoping for answers, Garcia visited his parents. They were alive and well, same house, same warmth, but they said something strange.
You look thinner. And where's that scar on your hand?
Garcia froze. The scar, a childhood accident, had vanished. Everything was almost the same, just slightly off.
Mom, what day is it today?
It's July 14th, 2007.
1 year earlier than he remembered. Over the next few weeks, Garcia searched for any explanation. Hospitals, police, government offices, no record of his ID, his tax number, or his college degree. Even his email account contained different messages than he remembered writing. He began documenting every detail, convinced he'd crossed into another version of reality, one where tiny differences added up to something impossible to ignore. Doctors called it psychosis.
But Garcia said it wasn't delusion. He said it was memory of a world that was real.
Physicists call it the many worlds interpretation. Every decision, every action, creates a new branch of reality.
Infinite worlds, infinite versions of you. What if, through trauma, quantum resonance, or something unknown, Garcia had slipped into the wrong one? He claimed that the night before the shift, he'd experienced a splitting headache, followed by a sharp ringing in his ears, and then complete silence. When he opened his eyes the next morning, the world had changed. Garcia wasn't the only one. Online, dozens of people began sharing eerily similar stories. A woman in Argentina who woke up married to a man she didn't recognize. A student in Canada who found his university library rearranged. Books, authors, even historical dates different. These stories became known as time slips, accidental jumps between parallel realities. None were proven, but none were disproven either. In 2010, Garcia emailed a Spanish paranormal researcher. He wrote,
If I disappear, it means I found the way back.
A month later, his apartment was found empty, all personal belongings left behind, laptop open, light still on, no trace of him ever surfaced again. So what do you think happened to Garcia? A glitch in the matrix? A neurological break? Or did he truly wake up in a parallel world? Leave your theory in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because next time, we're exploring another case that will make you question your own reality.